no team's been able to do this. They have gone the furthest as an undefeated team in the postseason. Every single team's lost a game in the championship series or the divisional series. Does perfection matter to you, Sean?
I just want to win the World Series.
Shut up. That is not the right answer.
I just want the trophy.
No. I'm sorry. Guys, history is legitimately right in front of the Astros right now. And I know, it was one thing to shut the Yankees up, and the Dodgers can't really say anything because, once again, they haven't been able to show their faces in the World Series after whining about having it taken from them in 2017. You've had now, this is your fourth chance. You blew it again. Perfection is there. And I think it's possible. So I took a look at history, and as I told you, the teams that have had the best record throughout a postseason, there's been a couple of teams that have gone through it 11-1, but they didn't get to the World Series with an undefeated record. You had the 2005 White Sox, who you just heard right there. They lost Game 1 of the ALCS to the Los Angeles Angels of Anaheim, of California, of the United States of America, of North America, formerly of Pangea. The 1999 Yankees were also 11-1, but Pedro Martinez and the Boston Red Sox beat them in Game 3 of the ALCS that year. And after that, every other team has had multiple losses along the way. Cleveland took 2 from the 98 Yankees in the ALCS before New York swept the Padres. But the interesting thing, you might be thinking to yourself, okay, Paul, well, how many teams have actually swept a World Series before? Because it seems like it would be a little bit harder to do it in the final dance. There have been 21 sweeps in Major League history. 21. And look, the Phillies are hot, blah, blah, blah. So are the Astros. Maybe it's not going to be so easy to do it. But with this time off between the championship series and the start of the World Series, I don't know, maybe everyone's back to a level playing field, and all of a sudden we're taking a look at one team who has officially more wins than anyone in baseball this year. 113 wins for the Astros to the Dodgers 112. All right, that's nice. Versus a Phillies team that was, again, 11th of 12 teams making this year's postseason. On paper, it's a clear mismatch. Now, from how many bats do the Phillies have versus how many bats do the Astros have, pretty level. But as I highlighted yesterday too, pitching, complete mismatch when it comes to the Astros. I'm not trying to get cocky here. I'm not overlooking the Phillies. All I'm saying is that perfection is within your grasp and that there have been 21 sweeps in World Series history. So it's not something that hasn't been done before. The last time it happened was 2012, but this is something that can be done. It has happened a lot. And I feel like more than anything, more than just getting that second World Series, I want to have this Astros team go undefeated throughout the postseason. And yeah, I'm asking for a lot, but your boy doesn't settle. Is that why he's still single? Yes. Or it's because he's the worst. Either way, I want more than just a title here. I want more than just number 2. I will take number 2, as Sean Mapes said a little bit ago. Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying oh, you got to go undefeated. You may as well lose it if you don't. No, I'm not saying that. But this is a real opportunity here. And if they're able to do this, no team has been able to do this since the division series was added. Don't you want that more than anything? It'll be legitimately one of the most impressive accomplishments in baseball history because it has never been done before. And the last time a team even went through an entire postseason undefeated was the 1976 Cincinnati Reds. This is something that you can do. This is something that I am pushing for. I am demanding. And I hope that the guys in the Astros clubhouse, at the very least, have thought about it. I'm not saying that that's all they need to be thinking about, but after Game 1, after Game 2, that is something that I would like them to, at the very least, consider. Maybe it gets to their heads, blah, blah, blah. No. I want undefeated postseason. I want it. You know you want it. Because, again, you get to shut more people up. That would piss off this country more than anything. It would perhaps unite the country in a way that could allow for political peace, compromise. Except for here. I want it. I really, really want it. I have not seen something like that, and to be here, to witness it, it would be the cherry on top of what has been an incredible run for the Houston Astros. And 2 World Series, obviously that's great, and obviously you need it because you don't want to be like the Atlanta Braves of the 1990s. That said, this is right in front of you. Take it. It is not something that has never been done before, a World Series sweep, but 11-0 in the postseason has never been done before. Do you care about that? I do. 713-780-3776, 713-780-ESPN. You can join us on the Twitch chat, twitch.tv/ESPN 97.5. You can also send us a text, again, at the number, 713-780-3776. Sean Mapes, what do you think the percentage chances? I'm asking you this because you have glasses on. This is perhaps a glassicist. Hey, what are the percentage chances of the Astros sweeping the World Series and going 11-0? Just make it up.
12.5.
You sound trustworthy. I like that. 12.5%. Sorry for being glassicist. Glassicist. Did I get it right?
I don't know.
We're making up a new term.
I don't know if that's right.
Okay. Is it wrong? Am I?
Glasses it's a mouthful.
Okay. Yeah, a little bit of a mouthful. But again, you can text that in 713-780-3776. King of all Twitches, F this sweep talk. Lazy ass topic. Sorry. Some people, I guess, don't belong here. Your standards, low. Low. What? What do you want us to talk about going into this World Series? You're better than this team. You should beat them. But wouldn't a sweep be a whole lot better? Lazy ass topic. Kiss my ass. You don't have high standards. This team has been one of the best teams in the history of this city. It will officially become that, without a doubt, by going 11-0 through a postseason. You don't want that? That's all I want right now. Oh, Paul, just don't take another title. No, sorry. I have high standards. I mean, you might not, but, we are not the same. It's okay. We can all be different. 713-780-3776 to call in. You can text in, too, at that very same number. Tweet me at Gallant Says, twitch.tv/ESPN 97.5. We will leave this conversation on the table. Am I being a jerk face for saying that you don't have high standards if you don't want the Astros to go undefeated throughout the postseason? I mean, everyone wants it, but how badly do you want it? Are you willing to, find the Philadelphia Phillies hotel and pull the alarm? I mean, I'm not saying do that because that would result in, I don't know, a fine or perhaps jail time. I'm just saying, how bad do you want it? I'm not endorsing any actual violence or anything against the Philadelphia Phillies. I'm not. I'm not telling you to be a Philadelphia Phillies fan. I'm just saying, this is something I want. Steven is calling in at 713-780-3776. Steven, you're leading off the most interactive sports talk show in Houston.
Hey, good morning, bud. The only reason I don't want the Astros to run the table is because then it lends into the argument that we didn't play anybody. I know that the Dodgers, the Mets, the Braves all lost, early on, but I feel like for whatever argument we might have that we ran the table, there's always going to be an excuse that we didn't play anybody.
Well, listen, Steven, the excuses are getting more and more hard for all these people that don't like this team. It's getting more difficult. I don't think that'll be a thing. I don't. If they go undefeated throughout this postseason, even like John Heyman and all of the biggest Astros haters that you see in the national media, hell, maybe even that, what's her face? That girl that writes for, I think, The Athletic, is like, her name's Molly something. I don't know. I bet even that person will bend the knee. And that's why you need this, okay? This is a continued showing to everybody else, like, hey, all of this was legit. You were whining and complaining about something that didn't actually matter. This is your vengeance. This is something that you get to hold over the rest of the United States of America and all the baseball following population. 713-780-3776. We got Pena up next on the most interactive sports talk show in Houston, the Paul Gallant Show. Pena, what's up?
Hey, what's up, Paul? So I would like a sweep. That would be awesome. That would be cool. But the fact that we've lost 19 and last year to teams that we should have beat already, it's a World Series is fine with me. A gentleman's sweep, that's cool too. 6, 7, I don't care as long as we win. I think you want to sweep because you're not from here and you just joined the Astros.
That's true.
So I think it's a little bit. I don't know what the word to say, but
Pena, you could call me a bandwagoner. I am proud to be a bandwagoner.
No, you are a Mariners fan also, but yeah. But I'm not here to call you a bandwagoner. I'm just saying, I think we view it differently. But I have a question for you.
Go ahead.
Since you want this week really bad and everything, and you also go for a team that went undefeated through the regular season and postseason, the Patriots. So which one? Who's more dominant? these Astros or those Patriots that lost in the Super Bowl?
Ooh,
Thank you. Have a great day.
that's a good question, Pena. It's those Patriots. That Patriots team was an absolute juggernaut. That said, that's why I want this badly too. That is still in the back of my mind. I still think about that game. I'm not even kidding. I still think about my friend Brian, Giants fan, knocking on the door with a Lawrence Taylor jersey right after the game had finished, and that I picked up a Clementine orange, threw it at his face, and slammed the door in his face. I was so mad. That was an awful, awful day. So that's part of why this is in my big brain. Your big boy's brain? I don't know. I can't speak English. 713-780-3776. Perfection when it comes to speaking, not my forte. Perfection for the Astros. I want it more than anything. On the Twitch chat, would it be good or bad for the Astros to sweep the World Series, writes Largobot? Should the Astros embrace the suck for at least one game this World Series? Before going into a further Jeremy Branham impression. I love Jeremy. Jeremy Branham. He's no Jeremy Pena, but look, I want perfection throughout this postseason. It's on the table. Let's do it. Get pumped up for it, by the way. Todd the Show put up that Ben on the Top put out a great Astros montage going into this World Series. Haven't seen it yet, but Ben on the Top on Twitter. Great member of Astros Twitter. Fantastic putting those videos together. So, yeah, I'm going to have to check that out. Some comments as far as, do you want perfection? Like, do you want perfection more than you want the actual second title? I know I do. I'm a bandwagon jumper. I jumped on in like 2015. I have been firmly on this bandwagon for a while because this is how it works for me. If you impress me, I will jump on the bandwagon in town. Notice that with the Texans, with the Rockets, I've always been a bit of a skeptic. Even when the Rockets were really riding high. There have been two teams that I've embraced in my time here. The first, it is the Astros. The second, it is the University of Houston Cougars basketball team. Those are the two. Those are the two that you should be on the bandwagon of as well. Those two teams should make you proud to live in this city. They are bleeping awesome, both of them. And even if you didn't go to UH, I think it's fine for you to root for that school. But it might be a little different if you went to UT or to a Tech or some of the other schools, A&M. That's just how I feel about it. N. Fuentes Respector says, I only care about win at all costs. Well, if you win at all costs, I mean, you got to win every single game. And I prefer to have the kind of mindset of the Galactic Empire in Star Wars. I don't know if you've been watching the show Andor. It's been great. I really have thought this is the best Star Wars show since The Mandalorian. I thought Boba Fett was a disappointment. I also thought that the Obi-Wan show was a disappointment. But this show, you got to see like the ins and outs of the Empire, and I feel like you should have a healthy amount of fear of Darth Vader possibly force choking you out, and if you lose. I like that. I kind of like that thought. Jack Riley being a bad influence on kids, like in the Mighty Ducks.
So you want the Astros to be the Empire?
Yeah, they are.
How things go for them?
I mean, come on.
A group of scrappy rebels blew up their spaceship. Houston, Space City, scrappy rebels, the Phillies.
You know what? Whatever.
On,
the Empire should have won. Okay, like
you think the Empire overlooked Luke Skywalker?
Oh, definitely. The Empire did overlook Luke Skywalker.
Don't overlook Kyle Schwarber, Bryce Harper.
You know what, Sean? This has been the theme of the week. That's fair. I'm not overlooking them. I guess I'm like that dude that Vader force chokes in the beginning of Star Wars. This Death Star is the most powerful unit in the galaxy. I suggest we use it. And then like Vader's like, yeah, but the Force, bro. Give or take. I'm fantastic at quoting that movie, aren't I?
You should dub over at least Vader lines.
Marshawn Lynch dubbed over it. Hilarious. You need to check that out if you haven't. It is really, really funny. But to anyone who says it's a lazy topic, again, kiss Makista, 713-780-3776. We got John calling into the most interactive sports talk show in Houston. John, hi.
Hey, Paul, good morning. 2 quick points. I think the universe is on my side. I was in Miami in July, and I decided to go see a Marlins game. Who was in town? The Phillies. It was weird to watch them play, but it was an awesome stadium. They have ceviche there. Then also, last series of the season, I took my nephew and his friend to go watch the Phillies play. They weren't in the World Series then. Crazy to think I saw them twice. Lastly, I've been saying since the playoffs started that we were going to completely sweep every team. So I'm with you.
Yeah.
I expect nothing but 11-0.
Let's go.
I'm going to hang up and listen to your thoughts.
Thank you,
You have a
John.
great one, brother.
Look, John might be a Phillies fan based off of that, but no, he wants 11-0. I like it. John, what's the advanced scouting report on the Phillies? Are they on our level? No. I appreciate John calling in here, and I appreciate that mentality. I think we should all adopt it. And again, look, we obviously want to win this World Series. We're not overlooking a National League East team. Blah, 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 blah. Perfection would be truly incredible. It's on the table. That's all I'm saying.
But losing back-to-back World Series to last year's Braves and this year's Phillies.
That would suck.
That would really suck.
Yes, that puts you in Bills territory.
Yeah.
So,
At least we won one.
listen, yeah, that's true. That is true. I don't know what territory it would put you
It
in.
would be Atlanta Braves.
Yeah. Okay.
Although, did the Braves make it to 4 World Series?
I think they made it to 3.
They made it to a lot.
Right.
Or like more than one. They lost more than one.
You know how I get. Like, I sometimes confuse my Braves and my Guardians because, like I was confusing the Commanders and someone else yesterday. I don't even know.
Chiefs? Yeah.
Yeah, Commanders and Chiefs. That happens.
Weird overlaps that you get with these teams.
You know what?
Who knows why?
All
Those cities seem so much
All
alike.
Native American football teams look the same to me. 713-780-3776. 713-780-ESPN. Largobot asks a great question. Will you even enjoy an Astros World Series if they don't sweep? I don't know. Will it be worth it? Look, that question's on the table, too. Sean's laughing.
I just lived the, I don't know.
I don't know. I mean, I might.
But I might not.
I might not. I honestly, I couldn't tell you. 2017 was special.
So you can't say if you would enjoy an Astros like 4-1 victory over the Phillies.
I can't. I honestly
call it.
can't. You know what though? In my defense, 1 game win by the Phillies means that I will hear from 4 of my Philadelphia relatives. Like, they could be down 3-0. They win 1 game. Oh, you ready? You ready for this? And they won't be being sarcastic. And I'm sorry. I don't want to deal with that.